Before you can understand trucking regulations, you need to understand the industry those regulations govern. So let's follow one shipment from beginning to end. Imagine that a manufacturer in North Carolina needs to send a load of furniture to a store in Florida. The manufacturer is the shipper. The shipper owns, or is responsible for, the freight and needs someone to transport it. Sometimes the shipper hires a trucking company directly. Other times the shipper works with a freight broker. A broker does not usually own the truck or transport the load. The broker helps connect the shipper with a trucking company that can move it. That trucking company is called a motor carrier. This is one of the most important terms in the entire series. A motor carrier is the business responsible for operating the commercial motor vehicle and transporting the freight. The carrier may own hundreds of trucks, or it may be one person with one truck. The motor carrier assigns a driver and a vehicle to the shipment. The driver picks up the freight from the shipper. The truck then carries it to its destination. The business receiving the shipment is called the receiver, or sometimes the consignee. So far, we have 5 important parts. The shipper has freight that needs to move. The broker may help arrange the transportation. The motor carrier accepts responsibility for moving the freight. The driver operates the commercial vehicle. And the receiver accepts the shipment at its destination. But moving freight is only one part of the carrier's responsibility. The carrier must also make sure the driver is qualified. The vehicle must be properly inspected, repaired, and maintained. The driver must follow limits on driving and working time. Required records must be created and kept, and the entire operation must comply with applicable safety regulations. In interstate trucking, many of those requirements are overseen by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, often shortened to FMCSA. State agencies also play an important role. They register vehicles, enforce traffic and safety laws, conduct roadside inspections, and may regulate carriers operating only within the state. Enforcement officers can inspect the driver, the vehicle, and the carrier's records. If they find violations, those violations can become part of the carrier's safety history. This is why responsibility does not belong only to the driver. A maintenance problem may begin with a mechanic or an ineffective repair process. A fatigued driver may be connected to poor scheduling or pressure from dispatch. A missing document may point to a weak hiring or record-keeping system. The violation may appear on the road, but its root cause may exist somewhere else inside the company. That is where a trucking safety advisor begins to help. A safety advisor looks beyond the individual violation. They ask, what happened? Why did it happen? And what process needs to change so it is less likely to happen again? For now, remember this basic flow. The shipper has the freight. A broker may arrange the load. The motor carrier is responsible for transporting it. The driver operates the truck. The receiver accepts the delivery. And regulators oversee the safety of the operation. You do not need to memorize every regulation yet. First, understand the people, companies, and responsibilities involved in moving a load. In the next episode, we'll take a closer look at motor carriers and explain what it really means to operate under a USDOT number.